Hey everybody, it's Briggsell here. This video is a little different. Like I keep saying with pretty much every video that I've done, this video is about using your tank to the best of its ability. As you can see, I'm using the T14, the premium tank, which is a heavy tank, and I've got a good matchmaker. Just a really good one. There's no other heavy tanks, and there's only really one or two tanks that can really do me serious damage. Now, let me explain something to you. This tank, it's whole armour, so everything but the turret has 50mm of armour. So the front, the back and the sides are all 50mm armour, which is pretty low really. I mean, the side and the rear, 50mm is just about right. The front armour, that's really low. The turret, on the other hand, has got 100mm front and side and rear armour. 100mm. So what does that say about this tank? Well, this tank, if you use it correctly, you can win pretty much any battle against pretty much any tank in the tier 5 range. So, what I am going to do, let me just move it forward a bit. I am going to put myself in this position here. Okay? What this position does is it minimizes my hull from outside view. So if I get to, so I go to this corner down here and I take this off, and I come round here. Now let me just highlight where my tank is for anyone who can't see it. My tank is there. You come round the corner from this direction here and you look in my direction. You'll see my tank. There's no doubt you'll see it. The problem is, because my hull is 50mm, the person who wants to try and engage my tank wants to try and engage my hull and not my turret, if they know anything about this tank. So, when they come around the corner, all they can really do and see is hit my turret, which means that unless you've got a penetrative shell of more than, say, 90, you're not going to do any damage to me whatsoever. The only thing you can really do is hit me with HE. So let me just go back here, put this back. So this is my view here. I am going to try and hit everything that comes across this road and hit my fellow mate. I apologise to him because I'm an idiot. The only problem in this position is three things, and that is the, forget the that Google Mail thing, the M7 Priest, the two Bisons. If they engage me because I'm out in the open, I'm going to take a hell of a lot of damage, especially from Mr. M7 Priest. He should basically only take 2 or 3 hits and I'm dead from an M7 Priest. So that's the only thing that I've got to worry about, is getting hit from any of the artilleries. The Hetzer as well is also quite a decent tank destroyer. If they penetrate me as well, that's possible grounds for loss. So I'm going to be careful here, and I've got to do my best to take out as many tanks and get as many hits on these tanks as possible. So unfortunately, I help them destroy the T14. I give a couple of hits here and there, and I mean, I don't do massive amounts of damage. I just do bits and pieces, because this gun, unfortunately, is only 92 penetration and 110 damage. In this tier, that's not too bad, but anything more than tier 5 and you're really struggling. So my worst fears have come true here. The Hetzer is now The Hetzer is now just on that corner there. He can't hit me just yet, but if the Hetzer moves this direction, he will be able to engage me, and any other tank really that comes in this direction will start to be able to engage me. But if I just quickly get rid of that and just sit on this corner here, they can really see my hull, but they won't be able to get that, you know, unless they've got an incredibly accurate weapon or they've got really good crew, then they're not going to be able to hit my hull every single time. So I've got a chance here to still do my best. As you can see, though, the team that I'm on isn't doing so great. We've lost 5 and they've only lost 4 now. So we're pushing it back, getting as much hits in as possible. So I'm stuck here really. I've got to try and watch 2 different points of view. My main focus really should be on the Hetzer, but I decide to kind of push my focus onto the Matilda. The Matilda is doing something that I didn't think the Matilda would do, and that is she's using HE rounds to basically explosive damage on my hull turret, because that's the only thing she can see. I unfortunately pretty much just bounce off every time I try and hit the Matilda. And then I also bounce from the Hetzer. Now the Hetzer penetrated me there, unfortunately, and I lost 319 of your damage points, of my damage points. And really, this could spell disaster. But for some reason, he decides to move away. I don't know why, but he decides to move away. The Matilda is still pummeling away at me. I shouldn't really focus much on that, but I do. Now the Hetzer has turned and then got shot by the M4, which is giving me some backup. I'm missing constantly the Matilda. I've only got 1 penetrative hit so far. There's the second one. I only need really 2 more. There's 1. Now I am determined to sit here. I'm determined to take hits, as many hits as I can, because I want to give these people around me the opportunity to take these tanks out, because they want to focus on me. I finally get to kill the Matilda, which I'm pretty pleased about, because I didn't have a kill all that game. And then the T14 is now going to come in and just basically be stupid, but my turret speed as well is very slow, so you really want to put yourself in a position where you don't have to move the turret. So what happened there really? There wasn't much analysis in the end, because it was very straightforward. You put yourself in the right position. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let me just get back a little bit. So you just put yourself in the right position, and they won't be able to do, you know, I mean, I took quite a lot of damage, and I mean, it wasn't the most advisable position, especially if the RT would have focused on me. If the RT would have focused on me, I probably wouldn't have survived. I just want to say this as well. I did get the Steel Wall award for this. I did get hit I think it was 14 times I got hit, with a total of, I think it was like 1500 damage. So I basically survived quite a lot of punishment, and that's what you do with tanks that have a severe disability in certain areas. You try and use them to the best of their ability, rather than you act like you normally do in every tank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a couple of the other tanks that I think have these massive problems with their tanks, and we'll see I can analyse them for you. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.